Alrighty. Alright, welcome back to Riven. We had just found our way into Gen's laboratory here, and I had read his journal, which is on this table. There's still a couple of more things to find. By the way, we're on Boiler Island right now. Let's go around this way. No, I don't want to update my smart TV. Alright, so that's that way. So yeah, let's explore this table. Oh, he's investigating. He's investigating this log here, and it looks like the center of the log is like 5 points, just probably by design, I suppose. We got he has some writing implements, books. He's got a. That's not a stamp. That's something. I forget what that is, but I think it's in bookmaking. Some other stuff for trying to make some books. Guessing this is to help with that process. Just the noises, love it. What else do we got? Other types of things. This is how he connect. This is threading the books together, kind of like a loom. So this whole thing is him actually putting the books together. And then what we got over here. Oh yeah, this is where we learn. So we have this thing. It's one of the frog cages. We got some little things here. I don't know. What are these? Oh, I think it's capsules to extract stuff, because he has been capturing the frogs to make stuff. I think types of inks. I think. I'm trying to remember what I learned last time about the frogs. I know the inks specifically. Oh, he's got like the gems and stuff up here. Various bird eggs. Any of these open? Nope. What else do we got? Some sort of. He's doing chemical experiments with things. We knew that the frogs have a neurotoxin, which is used by the natives. There's this thing, which this we can see the properties. There we go. Properties of the water here. So instead of boiling, as we've learned, water might have a bacteria in it in this place that when heated it will move away from the heat and it'll actually stick to surfaces, as we saw there, kind of in a uniform gelatinous kind of structure. Alright, we explored this table, so now we got this here in the middle. And this is one of his He was trying to make a linking book, but it did not work. All right. So, that was all of this place. So now we get on to the next island. So we've done 3 of the 5. However, the 5th island is kind of outside of our current traversal abilities at the moment. We got another one of these things. Hey. I do wonder. So there is a 5th island, but I don't think you can see it. I've never seen it from any of the other islands. It might be further away. Anywho. To the next island. I don't remember if there was anything else I needed to do on that island. Here we go. Whee! Whee! Oh yeah, this place. That one's cool. Sure, I'll save. Right, I'm gonna get an achievement probably. Of scheming and schemata arrive on Survey Island. This way has 2 directions. Let's go this way first. There is a method to get certain cutscenes of hidden stuff, but I'll show that off a bit later. Those big old Whark tusks. Oh, I love this thing. This beautiful structure. Yeah, I don't see can't really see the island. We got something under here. Lovely. Oh, so pretty. Oh, and then there's these things. These big old rock structures. Now we come to here. What do we got? We got an elevator. See what's this thing? We're pretty high up. I wonder if we can actually see. Got one. Okay, so this is actually, we can probably tell, representational of the islands. Ah, okay, so if it's like this, then... So each of these is representing the islands we've been on. This one, and it's actually pretty interesting that we have it like this. So that one's that island. The L shape is the one we're on right now. It's a very good like little thing of us being on this position where we can see high up and then just compare like, hey, wait a minute. It's kind of the same shape. That one is this island. That one is the forest island, which is over here. And then there's a fifth one, which apparently seems to be kind of behind Temple Island. I'm wondering if we can actually see it. I don't think I've ever seen it in the game outside of where it supposedly is. Yeah. Let's first do this one. So that did some things where it heated the water inside the structure and it made the thing bubble up. What's interesting, I want to show that off. If we were to go down, we'll investigate that thing over there in just a second. Oh, they actually have... Oh, that's a nice little feature. Apparently you can actually see the... Can I? Okay. Got a big old bubble. Oh, it's jiggling. It's jiggling. It's jiggly bubble. Oh, jiggly water. I might do this with every one just to see what it looks like. Alright. A backup. So you're probably wondering what did that do? If I could go back up and hit the button, please. No! Let me hit the button. He's thinking about it. Alright. So what do you think that did? Well, if we go into this structure here, we look around, we're currently on top. Oh, it's one of the spinny things. Currently on top of a bunch of water. We got those Wharks. That's an entirely different thing. So we come in here. Let's see. Oh, I got Topography Curo. Interact with mapping device. So this is a way that we're actually able to see the maps of each island that we select, which is going to come into play, which if we see here, we're able to observe the shape of it. But there's a reasoning for all this. Should we go back here? See this thing? I wonder if you could catch it. It's kind of hard to tell with this one, but each segment will show the location of one of the spinning domes. So let me just make a note here. Okay, it's on this one. And then out of what is it, 5 by, is that 5 by 5? Ah. It is here. All right. We'll do a different one, though it'll be a bit more obvious. I am wondering, though, if they show up if I have not activated the domes, which we could probably check out here, because we have our spinning dome here on Survey Island. So if I activate the Survey Island mapping, blah, 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 blah. There goes that water. Sploosh. Bye-bye. Rise up, water. Rise up. La 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 la. Blah 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 blah. I love how beautifully goopy it looks. Like jello. Jello. Okay. So let's take a look at that on the map. So we can probably see we have our dome is over there, spinning away. We'll interact with that in a little bit. I have some dunny around the edge here. I wonder what that says. Someone has got to have translated all this. Okay. So we're up here. Oh no. So there's this. Come on. Here's that part we were just walking through. Can I select it? This is where we're at right now. And if we select this, we see the dome. So, okay. That is... It's on this part. And then on the box. It's there. It's one down, one up, down, two. Yeah. No. No, I was right. Yes. So that's going to be important. We have to remember that later on. Before I continue on with my mapping, let's take a note here. Got Wharks. Each with different colors. Which is very important. Let's see this thing here. Can't really see the symbol that's gold. So I'm going to go back over to get a good look at it. It's another one of these big old daggers. I just noticed. Alright, what color gold symbol are you? I think the closed eye. Yeah. Pretty sure. So that might be orange. If I'm guessing correctly, I might be wrong. But this is on Survey Island. Also, we have these things, which are very important to remember the pattern. Should I write that down as well? Got it. All right, colors of these Wharks that we see going around. There seems to be only 4, but I know there are 2 missing. So we have blue, we got green, I think they were in the order. Yeah, green, yellow, orange, and then red and purple. We don't have, which is going to come to play a little later. Visual storytelling. I want to look at the Goopy Island. Goop. Jelly. Show me the jelly. Look at it. I won't do too much of that. Don't want to distract myself. There are a lot of different frames and stuff you can look at in this game. I'm not looking in every single direction I possibly can. I do encourage you to get this game for yourself. I at least have the aptitude and desire to play this multiple times. It is one of my favorite games. Okay. Got Prison Island, we got Survey Island, and we got Jungle Island. It's an interesting mechanic to kind of survey the islands. All right. So yeah, that one's over there, which we are going to be able to see because we're able to traverse from here. A special cutscene when we get back to Jungle Island, but there's still a lot more stuff here on this island to explore. Alrighty. So now we're looking for the dome. Which that was in somewhere in the middle aisle of the island, I think. Ish. Is that it? Yes. Okay, so that that's on that section. And so fourth column, 2 from the back. Yes. Gotta make sure you're marking it on the proper direction as well. Okay. Right there. Gotta go down to look at the jelly. And just appreciate the fact that they rendered. They didn't have to, you know? They didn't have to put a thing where when you lower down in the elevator to see, they didn't have to have this crack here so you could see the water displacement. They didn't have to do that, but they did. Also, I like the representation that this big crack is actually what is separating. It's representational of the actual crack that's happening. That sounded a little bit more rusty on the return trip there. Is that just me? Hope I'm not wearing out the Alright. Let's take a look at Temple Island. So, okay, there is that. So that is there. Then is that a 1x1? Yes. Right. This is very important for a puzzle later on. I think I've mentioned that. But yes. All right. Last time we look at the blubbles. Jiggly. I'm easily amused. Alright, last one, and then we can finally head back down and check that other path. Oh, wait, nope, nope, other way, other way. I think we might if I'm remembering correctly though, I think we actually might be able to see a certain cutscene in the game. Little bubble. So that island is like one of the end game parts. I won't spoil what's there though. This one's where. So that, I believe, is up there. Yep. 2-1. Looks like a tree. Alright. And we're done with the map. Now we can head back. Bubble. I wonder what this part is supposed to be representing. Just supposed to look cool, or is it like the calamity that is going to happen to this place eventually? get to reach this place, all we gotta do is turn this around. I really hope they have the same noises in the remake. Better have kept your auditory assets. They didn't need improving if anything. No improvements necessary. Oh, this is one of my favorite things in this game. The golden elevator. It's very pretty. Oh, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. Check this out. Because Gen likes to be a little bit extra. Oh. Oh, I think this is actually a volcano. Is that actually lava? Never actually thought about this before. It sounds like lava. If we're lucky, I think we're gonna encounter, yeah. I was thinking one of Gen's inner circle. And he's off. I don't think there's any point in trying to follow him. Huh. I didn't get an achievement for that? For sake of us role-playing as the stranger, I will say we will follow this man. And then we'll come back and see what was on that other place. So this leads us back to Jungle Island. So that led us here. Which this is actually a pretty cool little thing. So where do you think this led us? On Jungle Island. Where was this entrance? Well, tell me if this looks familiar. To let us here. There's a spinny thing. So this is actually a hidden entrance, which I originally found this. I remember back in the day, I was just randomly clicking and we found that this little thing here was the hidden button. So that allowed us to get to the Whark Island a lot quicker. Now, if you came from this direction on Jungle Island, it's very possible that once we go up here, we're going to get a special little interaction. Yeah. A little girl. And a beetle. What, no achievement for that? Aw. But yeah, that's just like a little fun hidden Easter egg if you were to come from this direction. Now I'm gonna go back to Surveyor Island so you can see what was on the other side, that other direction. At least one lot. I keep saying, it leads to one of my favorite spots. There's like a lot of things in this game are my favorite. And there also is a thing we can go up here. Actually, I'll come do that next time. A little later. Yes, let's head back. I don't think there's another thing on this side. No. Woo! This got us a chance to see this from this direction. Now I don't need to insert the disc. Alright. So before we were rudely interrupted by the maintainer, one of Gen's inner circle, let's see what's down this way. Welcome to the workroom. big old fish tank. Alright, let's see here. I think, is it this one? No. Oh, let's see this one first. It's this button. Ah. So that who you just saw there. That's Catherine. Apparently, again, is keeping an eye on her wherever he's been holding her. He basically has little cameras in places, it seems. Anything else gonna happen? Yeah, she does more stuff. Switch over to this one. So this if you recall, this was that spyglass thing that we saw in the village. Which then leads us to this. You remember that gold eye that we saw in the lake, in the village? Which we were missing one animal. And each animal is kind of with their eye symboled is a fish, which if you recall, in the village there was a bunch of fish hanging. Kind of like to dry out. And this is that fish. So that's our now number one animal. So now we know all the animals. Do anything else, Catherine? Catherine. Catherine. Where are you, Catherine? Here she is. She's out on her balcony. The princess in the tower. Anything else, hon? She does have a couple. Spam this. It'll trigger her to do more stuff. It's looping. So we have that. Let's check the other porthole thing. Better watch your arms when you do this. So yes, I was right. So yeah, that is blue. So these now are all the symbols that are now represented, as you can see, by colors. And this one should be green. Yes. And this one should be yellow. Yep. And this one should be orange. And that's red. Before we do that, let's look at purple. Purple we see is missing. It's broken. This is actually the big water bit. You remember up top? Up top, there were all those statues that had the colored works. This is where we're at right now. Which, interestingly, if you had waited around there for a little while, you might have actually heard the call of the work. I don't know if there's a specific trigger to it. Apparently you can only twist it that way. Okay. So now we get to meet our buddy, who likes the color red. Apparently purple too. Hi. The work. So those guys are people eaters. You remember people, that sacrifice again was having people be fed to these guys. They have at least 3 different animations when you turn it off and on the light here. Four, actually. Got the achievement Animal Instincts. Anchor the work. Bye, Worky. See, that was our buddy, Mr. Maneater Worky Man. The whale, it's supposed to be the whale shark, whale, plus shark, orc. We call it the elephant whale, or the elephant. I call it the elephant fish. I think was that my term for it. because it has like elephant tusks. Alright, that's my time. Okay, we're almost out of time, so I'm gonna head back to a jungle island real quick. And then we get to, I'm gonna leave off with that one upper area, I think. That'd be a good spot to stop. Okay, I made back here. So now we're gonna go one level up. Which I do like. You see the little fact of the marks on the lever, which tells you how much it's been moved and in what directions. Just such a nice little. It's such a nice little detail. Oh, I love types of games like this. It's so good. Okay, let us see what the symbol color for this island is. Looks like it's red. Ah. We do have the code for one of these things, but I'm not going to do it right now. Oh, we get a special thing to see. If I'd come this direction, they see me. Oh, what is this? Big old work skull. God's eye view. Look down upon the village. So this is where we have the sacrificial or punishment platform. This is probably where Gen enacted punishment and had people lowered in and opened and closed the thing. Whether or not he probably didn't deem mercy. It's more so they were lowered down, and then he would open this and allow the Wharks to eat whoever was being sacrificed or judgmented. So yes, from now that we have that closed, we can now get to that location there up top. Remember there was the lever, the thing that lowered down. We're now able to get on that and then get up top to go there, to that platform right here. Well, we're going to do that in another one, in the next one. Alrighty. chugging through this game. I think. Ugh, I do, boy. Oof, tired. It's been a week. I love this game so much. I love it so much. It's so just pretty. I don't know if I'll. That's the one thing I have my reservations about the remake. I mean, the rock textures at least are gonna look a little bit more clean, but the the lighting, from what I was seeing with some screenshots from the remake, it's not as well, this is pre-rendered images. Everything can look as realistic as you possibly can. But some of the ambient lighting from this game is kind of missing from the unless I'm not sure, but I wonder if the remake has day-night cycles. That would be really cool. That would be cool. I have to look that up. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna stop it here, and we'll continue next time. Hope you're liking this game as much as I am, and I'll see you later. Ciao, ciao.